And we've gone from the exotic to the ridiculous because this guy's come all the way from the other side of the East River to entertain us with his bricolage and pastiche. He's brought himself a squeeze box. He's brought himself a slide guitar. Anybody got chopsticks out there? You can play with your chopsticks right along with him. Just an incredible, incredible artist who's emerging. If you took the face that never was to the name that never was, you would have Andrew Borer. Please welcome him.
Thank you, George. This is called Mile Mark 105. My heart leans up against a road lamp. In the rain, I am dry from a flock of fleas buzzing above my hairs. And by this moonlit patch of roadside litter, I am lonesome and misplaced, conversing with fleas as trucks dash by, and blasé about this pooling of red in my stiff lap. And with this blood from my shredded cock, I draw a bird on mile mark 105, and I sign it with the pressed thumb, Bluebird in a red coat. This is called Relayed Distraction. Casting your net around my language, then coming up empty and all nuts about that, and afraid and all blood red. And later in the evening, as you sit in your cafe, acting all French and antiquated, sipping absinthe and reading Desnos, and the silent waiter who fills your water nods or blinks as you look up to say, "Hot, hot birthday," he collapses. And then you look down to say, "Helicopter in a lawn chair." And then me, tapping on the window from the sidewalk, standing on a golf tee, with a dog on my shoulder, perfectly relaxed. This one's called Running Errands. A bald girl licking on a fat lollipop. Crosswise, a soda shop standing by a phone pole. Pigeons in a gilded alleyway, a boy alone. Burgers, egg creams, and good root beer. Patrons contrary to clerks in old aprons. An empty laundromat. Church bells locked in a boiling cloud, and a postman, he sneezes, and I see him and he wipes it on his leg. An empty laundromat. On a white Sunday in awful October, I sigh at the parts of village movements, and I see a man across the street getting a parking ticket, and I crouch into my car and fart a little. Disarmed by the image of death's return. Yesterday I saw verbal images, prosthetic syllables tacked to a mast, wind-shocked pigeons, and I swear you had me on a leash of tiny windows, and I was smiling like a little concrete dog in the nautical laundry. On the equator, there were singing parakeets, singed, large natural waves crashing along footsteps. The burning fruit savored the heat of your ghost. Steaming swamps gave up their nitrates, and at first chord, we struck a Roman nose pose. Behind us, an absent wall of green fins. In front of a chaotic arrangement, green fins. Trills of begonias fighting in the stucco, a wheelbarrow full of ripe melons topples, bottles of fresh wine enough to bathe in. And so we did, in a big tin tub of Beaujolais Nouveau, under the chestnut tree, under the night lights, with only a distant smoke curl for company, energy diffused into a golden memory. Standing on haircuts. I looked back and you were standing on my haircut again, like something from a great dream. Your feet, they were like wet clowns with green teeth. A green-toothed clown with big red thumbs. Your shoes were like cars. And my hair was longer than usual that evening, and I said that. I said, my hair is unusually long tonight, and then you hopped and landed even harder on my haircut when I smiled. Because you loved me. And I said that, and I said, you must love me from here on. Blackened milk. Where there, it just became, beneath a skeletal canopy. Or there, it always was, a young barking carcass, charred remains in the foliage fell, loud as our vibrating moon. And sudden, he just appeared, cloaked in this dampened shawl. Always there he stood, alone between the sticks, nursing black milk from one deflated breast, like wet magic for his habit.